Yo, what is going on, everybody? Oh, I could tell everybody. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everyone doing today? Welcome into week 18. Going live today for just under an hour. Just gonna be answering any questions you guys have. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Obviously, not what's up, concert bros. Obviously not everyone plays in week 18. I definitely suggest that you don't play in week 18, but not everyone does. Some people do, so that's why we're live today. If you have any questions about week 18, let me know. We could talk about the NFL playoffs. We could talk about basically anything. Tonight, probably more. What's up, Silver? More likely tomorrow. I'll record the video tonight, but tomorrow I will do my whole playoff breakdown. So obviously, it would be a lot easier if the Dolphins Bills game didn't completely change who's in the playoffs because I could just make it prior to that, or not who makes the playoffs. It could technically if the things go correctly, and then the Bills could potentially miss, but it'll be interesting. So tomorrow that'll be the video that comes out, and then I will. Happy New Year's, John. How you doing? And then I will at some point make my video about the NFL playoff challenge. There'll probably be a whoever wins gets like a $50 gift card. That's what I do like every year. Typically, what's up, 369 Rye? Typically, a pretty fun thing that if you guys haven't played him before, if you are newer to the channel, make sure you guys watch that video because there's a chance you can win some money. And that should be fun. I don't know what else I'm going to do the rest of the week. I'll probably go live at some point, do some playoff best ball drafts, have some fun just so I can talk to you guys. Should be a good time. I'm excited for the games today, even though the week 18 stuff kind of sucks. In, start winning fantasy leagues. Out, stop joining 12 plus fantasy leagues. Well, some people can't win a fantasy league unless you play in like 12 different leagues. Did you win any championships this year? If so, how many leagues and who are your league winners? Um, I did win one of my leagues. I play in 4 leagues. I won my Superflex league. The league winners for me, it was definitely pretty heavy on Tyreek. Now, Tyreek didn't even have a good game in the championship. But let me pull up my team real quick. I'll just read off who I got. I won 1 out of 4 leagues. I should have won. I think I had 2 teams good enough to win. One of my teams was a straight up dud, and then one of my other teams was just kind of okay. Yeah, the most of the reason why I won my championship was because I drafted CJ Stroud, I drafted Tyreek, Puka, and Raheem Mostert. Those were obviously Tyreek wasn't a late round pick, but a lot of the late round picks is what helped me out and helped me win the league. But fantasy football, there's a lot of luck that goes into it as well, right? You could have like this super fucking team, like you built this super strong team, and then you end up getting knocked out. So yeah, I won 1 league, and next year I'm trying to get to 2 out of 4 of my leagues, get a W in there. What's my New Year's resolution? Honestly, I don't really have one as of right now. Well, obviously, in terms of like making videos and stuff, I would like to um, try to reach 50,000 subscribers next year. Obviously, that's a tall mark, right? We're only at like 30,000, only at, right? Again, I hope that doesn't sound like I'm crying or something about that, but it's hard to get 20,000 subscribers in a year in the fantasy football space, but I'm gonna try to do it, and hopefully that's my biggest goal. That, and then I think around 8 million views would be a big goal of mine because right now we're at around 6 million views. Super Bowl championship Sunday, yes sir, Chris, yes sir. You won 4 out of 12 of your leagues. Very nice, John. Hate that I'm playing week 18. All my wide receivers are out, so I need last minute player. Shaheed. Oh yeah, I would play Rashid Shaheed. Pierre Strong or Elijah Mitchell and Khalil Herbert or Mason. I don't really want to play Elijah Mitchell this week. I've seen so many conflicting reports, and that is the biggest problem with week 18, right? Is how in week 18 stuff just goes so random. Like the reporting is so bad. Like I've read people say Elijah Mitchell's going to get a shit ton of carries. I've read people say that we're going to see a lot of Jordan Mason. Based upon what I've read, I think it's closer to Jordan Mason getting more touches. But again, I'm not going to sit here and just spit towards you guys about this and act like I know 100% who's getting the touches. So I'd rather just go with Pierre Strong, who I feel pretty comfortable will be seeing a lot of carries for the Cleveland Browns. And then I'm going to go with Khalil Herbert over Jordan Mason. But it's close between those two. My honest thoughts on the Dolphins game tonight is I think Mike McDaniel is being a little bit of a weenie. Now, I like Mike McDaniel. Don't take this take as me wanting Mike McDaniel to be fired. Don't take this take as me thinking that Mike McDaniel is not a good head coach because I think he is. But what I will tell you is I think Mike McDaniel is scared of bringing people back too early. Raheem Mostert or Jalen Waddle should 100% be playing tonight, and neither of them are playing. And Jalen Waddle says he feels healthy. He feels good to go. Why is he not playing? This is a game for the Dolphins. Now, we're not going to just talk about the Dolphins the whole time. We're going to answer your fantasy questions. But what I'm going to tell you is this is a Dolphins team that is in a situation to knock the Buffalo Bills out of the playoffs. So when you can knock a team out of the playoffs, your division rival, because guess what? If the Bills make the playoffs, the Dolphins could play the Bills again. And you know what? We know what's going to happen there. We are going to lose. You're going to lose. So what we need to do is beat the Bills while they're down right now, kick them in the mouth, and that's not what we're doing. We're playing safe, and I think the Dolphins could win this game. I project the Dolphins. I think we're going to still win. I'm going to go 24-21 Dolphins, but again, I don't feel very confident in that. I'm rocking my new Tua shirt I got, Tua Tagovailoa, with all the pictures of him. I think it's a nice looking shirt. But yeah, obviously I'm rooting for the Dolphins. I would not bet my house on the Dolphins tonight, though. That's what I'll tell you. The guy I'm playing has Kyron, Waddle, Kamara, and Devontae Smith. Yeah, see, that's exactly why. Week 18 is a little bit fugazi. Because, again, I get why some people play in Week 18. It is what it is, right? I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But what I will tell you is that the fact that you can get all the way to the championship with guys like McCaffrey, Kyron, Kamara, all these guys, then they're not there. Like, really hurts. I've been lucky. I had one wide receiver, JJ, in 2023. Oh, that makes sense. You're a fucking guru here, clearly. Yeah, I keep playing. I keep having the conversation how FF is luck and people disagree. No, it is. There is luck and there is skill involved. Obviously, there's a lot of skill in finding the correct guys to draft. There's a lot of skill in correctly just figuring some of those things out. But obviously, there's a lot of luck, right? There's things like injuries, right? If you drafted Nick Chubb on all your fantasy football teams, you play in 5 leagues, you draft Nick Chubb in 5 leagues, the odds of you winning your fantasy football championship were low, right? So there's a lot of injury things that happen, and there's a lot of randomness that happens from game to game. I do still think fantasy is much more of a game of skill, but there's obviously luck in it, and anyone that acts like there's no luck in fantasy football is just lying. There's luck in everything. There's luck in literally every NFL game, right, that you watch on TV. Are the refs going to be fucking dumb today? Are the refs going to do this? Are you going to catch that ball that, sometimes you drop? Are you going to get a lucky bounce, right? Is the ball going to hit the receiver in the hands, go up to the sky, and then a DB comes down with it? Or does the receiver catch it again? Does another receiver catch it, right? There's a lot of luck in fantasy. There's a lot of luck in the NFL. There's a lot of luck in everything, right? In order to become successful in life, you got to get a little bit lucky too, right? So that's just how I think about things. I think anyone pretending that it's like there's no luck involved is kind of crazy. Who's gonna be the wide receiver 1 next year? Tyreek. I honestly think so. I think it's either gonna be Tyreek or Justin Jefferson. As of right now. As of right now, that would be my best guess. Luck is better than being good. I know that is true, Michael. I got my Tua shirt on. Full PPR, AJ Brown or Devontae Adams. I'd play AJ Brown. Godwin to Reed in the flex. Reed. About to break another controller right now. What's the best defense for out routes, slants, and Madden? John, I don't know. I do not know. I have been playing Madden a lot recently. I just got a PS5. I used to have the Xbox, but I never bought Madden on it because I didn't feel the need to. I started working at a company where it's a gaming tournament, like 1v1 website. And let me tell you, I've been playing Madden on there, and I've been getting fucking smoked. Absolutely filleted by people. I would say, like, in terms of, like, if you just go to someone's house and you play them in Madden, like, I'm pretty decent at Madden. I wouldn't say I'm great. I wouldn't say I'm bad. But going against some of these guys, they're straight up tryhards that know exactly how to stop every single play. It's pretty tough. You might have to Google that one, John, because to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know either. I basically just throw every single defensive formation out there if I can't figure out how to stop something, if someone's spamming it, and that's how I figure out how to stop it. Yeah, you have CMC and Kyron out. That's tough. Kyler or Love, I'd probably go Kyler, and then I would go Brejean. I would go, actually, Brees, Bijan, and Zamir would be my answer. Went 1 and 2 in the finals this year. Thanks for your help, Nick. This was my best season. Glad I found you halfway through. I'm glad, Michael. Congratulations. Happy to help everyone. Now, obviously, everyone is not going to win, right? That's something I try to make very clear so that people understand that regardless of how good I think my advice is, I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy ever, right? There's obviously, again, luck that has to go into things. Not everyone's going to win. Not every year do I even win a fantasy championship. Now, I would say if you play in 4 or 5 leagues, it's pretty easy to finish like top three in a couple, right? You play in just one league, that makes it significantly harder to win, obviously, but that win typically feels better, right? Because I am in a couple of leagues, and each league that I win feels much different. For instance, the Superflex League that I won with all of my friends, where there's a punishment at the end of the season. If someone fucks up and you lose, coming dead last, then that league feels good to win. There's another league that I'm in with my friend Josh, who I used to be friends with in high school. We're still friends now, but obviously I don't talk to him as much. That league, me and my dad have won, I think, 5 out of 8 years. One of us have won, and winning that one doesn't feel very good, right? I feel like I should win that one, so when I lose, I actually get pissed off. So there's certain degrees to the fantasy championships that I plan based upon the leagues that I plan, and it's also based upon money, right? Obviously, I'm much more excited to win a league that is a buy-in of most of my leagues are buy-ins of over 100, right? If I win one of my leagues is $50. If I win the $50 league, it doesn't feel as sweet, you know? But again, that's not me trying to say like, "Oh my god, if you play in a league worth less than $50, you're a scumbag," right? Obviously, that's not what I mean, but just as someone that plays for not even I wouldn't say that's high stakes, but for more money, that's just how I feel. I was drafting second to last in snake drafts. I go, wide receiver, running back, tight end, quarterback, Hurts. Yeah, I just do is I don't really look at the position necessarily in drafts and try to determine the exact order of positions I want to go because I feel like that does kind of lock you into a position where you might fuck up, right? Like if you're like, okay, I need to draft. For instance, you said I need a receiver in the first round, and then you don't like any of the receivers, and then you end up just drafting a receiver you don't like, and then you end up not liking your team as much. So what I try to do is just go with a very open mind, just draft the best player available. But obviously, I think there are like truth to be what you've said there, right? Like if you really liked this year, if you liked Hawkinson, you liked Andrews, then you enter into the draft thinking, hey, I want one of those guys in the third round. That's a perfectly fine strategy. But I think forcing yourself into it, saying like you need to do it, is a bad strategy. But obviously, every league is different, right? Some people don't play with the smartest cookies, smartest guys, right? Obviously, all of my leagues, I'm drafting and playing against guys that watch my videos. I'm playing against people that know exactly what I think, people that will pay for my Patreon to get the rankings. So they know exactly what I'm going to do. And that makes it very difficult to outmaneuver someone like that, right? That knows exactly what you're doing. They know the exact game plan for everything. It makes it tough, right? Because when I go to select a player, people know which players I want, right? They know exactly who I like. It's just a part of the game, though. Addison or Atwell? I am playing for the championship, and I am down to these clowns. I would go Addison personally. I would go Addison personally. All right. And just so you guys know, if you are subscribed to the Patreon, obviously, if you want to keep paying me, go right ahead. But there's not going to be a lot of content on here in the off season until the summer. Um, I will answer questions. So if you have like dynasty questions, there will be answers to those. Like if you just ask me a question. But what I will tell you is that if you are someone that is subscribed to the Patreon and some people will forget to cancel, just make sure that you cancel. Because again, I don't want to be just taking people's money and then people come to me like, oh, Nick, I forgot to cancel. What do I do? I don't think there's a way for me to actually fix that if you do that. So just make sure that if you want to stay as a Patreon, you stay as a Patreon. If you don't want to, which is perfectly fine, because again, there's not a lot of content, make sure that you unsubscribe. Sub Spock. How we doing, man? All right. Barry, PPR, start two. Terry, JSN, Slayton, Cooks, or Puka. Puka's an interesting fella this week, right? Because Puka's playing with Carson Wentz, but Puka needs that rookie, that's like some type of record that he's hunting for. Puka. See, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Needs 4 receptions to break Jalen Waddle's rookie receiving record of 104 receptions. Nakua also needs 29 receiving off. Shit. Sorry. My phone just fell and it was plugged into the charger and it just slung against me. Sorry about that. Sorry for screaming. I apologize. Um, yeah, he needs 29 receiving yards and 4 receptions to break records. The question is, how long does Puka stay in the game? Right? That's a real question, right? They're a team that's already in the playoffs. They're a team that does not need this game. So, how do we feel about this? For me, I would be second guessing things. I'm going Terry McLaurin and I'm going Puka. That's a tough question, though. Terry McLaurin and Puka for me. Hey, Nick, thanks for the season. 1 championships, 2 years in a row. What's your top 5 tight ends this week? I appreciate you, man. No problem, Ali. Yeah, I'll read them off to you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you guys have been successful this year. It's been this year has felt like the championship has come much more difficult than normal. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but it feels like we've suffered through so many injuries. Basically, regardless of what quarterback you drafted, they got hurt, right? I think only 3 quarterbacks played every single game this year. So it's been very tough. Like a lot of injuries. It feels like more than normal. Now, maybe it's not, right? I haven't done some injury study or anything like that, but it does feel like there's more injuries than ever. So, top 5 tight ends this week. McBride is number 1 against Seattle. The reason why McBride is number 1 is because a lot of the great tight ends aren't playing. McBride's a target funnel. The Arizona Cardinals are just playing. They're going to play everyone. So, I think Trey McBride should have a pretty good game. Evan Ingram versus the Tennessee Titans. The Jaguars need to win this game. Get that Trevor Lawrence sucks. Recently, he's clearly playing hurt. It's not great for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the Titans defense isn't all that great. And even through these struggles, the trials and tribulations of the Jacksonville Jaguars organization, Ingram should still finish somewhere in the top 10. And I think based upon a lot of guys not playing, a lot of quarterbacks not going, that bunks Ingram into the top 5. Then we got Sam Laporta going up against the Vikings. I am unsure how much of this game Laporta is going to play. I would be lying if I said I knew he's going to play 100% of the game, but I think he will play enough to be able to finish in the top 5 again because there's so many players not playing. Jake Ferguson at number 4, great matchup against the Commanders. Another scenario where he's probably not going to play the whole game, but I think up against Washington, he should be fine. And then at number 5 was Dalton Schultz. He already played against the Colts. He had a decent game. Nothing to write home about, but it was an okay game. So then that would be number 5 now, would be Dallas Goedert going up against the Giants. Eagles are a team hard to read. Hard to read what they're going to do, but they should try and win. They are going to try and win in this game. So I think that Goddard should be fine enough. Again, I'm not saying to get down on your knees for any of these guys. The only guys that I truly trust this week are McBride and Ingram. If we're being completely honest with you. And it's crazy that Ingram went from this certified fucking bum into being a great player. Underdog picks of the day. I haven't even looked at underdog yet today. So let's go look at it real quick. Underdog fantasy. Underdog fantasy. All right. Let me pull it up. We are going to do a stream doing underdog drafts this week. It's probably not going to be during the day because I did start my new job. So I don't just have a lot of time during the day to be live, but I will do a live stream this week doing drafts on underdog. Might even be multiple streams, to be honest with you. It's fun to do. Not a lot of people show up to the streams when they're the drafts, but again, I do it mostly because I just enjoy doing the drafts. I'm not necessarily sitting here like I need views, right? It is what it is. Picks I like an underdog today. I like I like Chuba over 61.5 rushing yards. I like Mullins over 268.5 passing yards. I like I'm just looking to see if I like anything. I like you. I do. I like Ingram over 51.5 receiving yards. I like Breece Hall over 86.5 rushing and receiving yards. And then in the Dolphins game, if they have Tyreek to score, I like that. I like everything for Tyreek. But again, these are just off the top of my head. Um, I mean, what I think is going to happen in this game, Kyle, I think Tyreek is going to get quadruple covered. I still think he's going to have a good game. I think he's going to score, but I would not bet anything in the first quarter. The Dolphins normally come out hot. I will be honest, it really does feel like they always come out the gate and they score a touchdown, but that's just kind of how it goes. I the Dolphins game is hard to read. I just think Tyreek's gonna have a good game. I like you. I do. New England Patriots or Saints defense? I'd go with the Patriots. Bill Belichick, I think, is going to come out of today with a W. I think Bill Belichick's going to get that final win as a Patriot. Bill Belichick owns the New York Jets franchise, so should be a shock to absolutely no one when he does that. I love Bill Belichick because it's just he's just like a funny guy. But obviously, as a Dolphins fan, I don't technically love him, but you get the point, right? Like he basically is just doing everything he can to be the maximum troll possible, right? Like he put Mac Jones as the quarterback 4 on the team or the quarterback 3 on the team. Like he's like the emergency quarterback this week. Like he's clearly just fucking around. I don't know if anyone saw in the summer, he got divorced to his wife, and he was at this chick's house and he just left in the morning shirtless, and it was like on her like what is that called? Like the camera, you know what I'm talking about, like the Ring camera. And it was a really funny video. Made me chuckle a little bit. So I don't know, maybe not everyone would find that funny, but I thought that was really funny. He seems like a real relatable guy, Mr. Belichick. Funny guy. Fun guy, I might add. All right. You like the Tyreek over 20 yards? I don't love it because again, I really don't know what's gonna happen in that game. Like my best guess is that the Dolphins lose. Like I'm just being honest. I think we are gonna end up losing that game. I think it's gonna hurt really bad when they do lose. It's gonna make me really sad. But I think that's probably what ends up happening. And it's gonna suck. It's gonna really suck. All right. But I'm hoping we're gonna win, obviously. Underdog is here. Khalil Herbert or Mitchell? Khalil Herbert. Do I bench Diggs for Henry or Jordan Mason or Lockett? I mean, Diggs literally owns the Miami Dolphins franchise. This fucker goes for over a gazillion yards every time. Would I tell you I'm very confident in Diggs? No. Diggs has been on a downward spiral. It's going to be very interesting to see where people want to draft Stephon Diggs in 2023 or 2024, right? Like, how high are we on Diggs? Where Diggs basically had 2 completely different seasons inside of one season, right? If we remember at the beginning of the season, he's on fire. Then about halfway through, he started sucking ass. So I wonder how people are going to feel about him come draft time, like in August. Are we gonna do like the Men in Black where you do the thing and you just forget about it? Like, is everyone gonna forget about what happened? No, I'm not going to forget because I fucking make these videos, so I have to not forget. But is like the casual fan going to forget what happened? It's interesting. I would go Diggs. I'd play Diggs. Puka, Boo, Duka, Shuka, Shuka, Shuka. Also concerned about Laporta and St. Brown playing the whole game as well. I agree with you. I agree with you. Again, this is why week 18 is terrible for fantasy football. Regardless of how much we all like it, right? Like, regardless of how much we like football, I think week 18 is a little bit crazy. I think anyone that is actually playing, that isn't just hanging out right now, anyone that is seriously playing their championship at week 18, if you are the commissioner, just make sure you change it for next year. If you are not the commissioner, make sure you have a debate. Hey, week 18 fantasy championship doesn't make sense. And then you can bring up a laundry list of reasons why it doesn't make sense. For example, Christian McCaffrey, Kyron Williams carry you to their championship. Neither of them are playing. A majority of the quarterbacks are not playing this week. There's a lot of things that you can say to make that argument. Again, there will always be some Week 18 content on my channel. I would be lying if I said that any of the videos I made this week I was excited to make. I did make a couple of videos because I do know that you guys would watch them, but again, it's hard to talk about something where the information is at its lowest and where I don't feel as confident in what I'm saying. Because again, there's not as much information. It's hard to make videos on week 18. Lions are a tough read. I agree with you. As long as Belichick doesn't break Shula's winning record, I don't think he will. At least he's not going to in New England. Fun game to play during the Pats game this year. Every time you see a frown on Belichick's face, you take a shot. Yeah, you're not making it to the end of the game, though, if you do that, John. Show your testicular fortitude and hit that thumbs up. That's a fact. That's true, John. That's true. Calvin Ridley or Diggs? I would play Diggs. I have a hunch the Finns win. I hope the Finns win. Realistically, the Bills look like straight up trash recently. Like the Bills have won these games where they look terrible. The Dolphins just got smoked by the Ravens. Interesting tidbit of information that we will be talking about on the video tomorrow, talking about the NFL playoffs. Lamar Jackson is 1-3 in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson has not been very good in the playoffs. How sure are we? Again, maybe this is a different Ravens team. I'm not trying to count the Ravens out. I think the Ravens realistically are the best team or the second best team in the NFL. How surprised would we be if he shits the bed? Right? I would not be that surprised. So I think the Ravens are not this like guarantee to make it to the AFC Championship. Like they're not this guarantee to make the Super Bowl that everyone seems to think. Now, again, they could easily make the Super Bowl. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Ravens fans that you're idiots for believing that. If I was a Ravens fan, I'd believe we were winning the Super Bowl, right? That's how I would think. But the Dolphins need this game. We need to beat this team. We need to beat them down, realistically. I just am not too sure if we are going to. A-Chain or Connor, you got to go Connor. Addison or Elliott, I would go with Elliott. I need help. I'm trying to help you out, man. Goff, Mayfield, or Lawrence. I would go Goff. Nope, I'd go Mayfield. Bucks or Pats defense? Pats for me. Running backs, Jones, CH, Ty Chandler, or Jay Williams. I would go with Aaron Jones. And if you need two, Aaron Jones and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I agree with you. Made to 4 out of 7 championship games, but only won 1. Just supporting, not man enough to play in week 18. That's fine. What I do say is that AC, you know what? Making it to 4 out of 7 championships is impressive in itself. So don't get low on yourself for only winning 1. Very impressive. 4 out of 7. Over half the leagues you made to the championship. I would be ecstatic if I was you. And plus, I assume you're playing for money. Maybe you're not. The second place typically pays out decent enough for you to be happy anyways. Plus, you won 1, so just gives you even more fire next year to go 4 of 7 with victories. I'm definitely playing for the ship this week. Do you think Ayuk will play the whole game? I do not think Ayuk will play the whole game. I think Ayuk is in danger of getting benched very early. If it was up to me, based upon the scenarios that I have, I would rather have Ayuk on my bench this week again. Am I sitting here saying that I know everything? No. Am I sitting here telling you that it's a guarantee that all these guys do this? No, because again, week 18 is one of the hardest things. We've said this a million times, this stream. One of the hardest weeks of the season. The hardest week, in my opinion, to feel very confident in anything. Week 1 is always very random. The first couple weeks of the season, random stuff happens. But at least like in week 1, I know Ayuk's playing the whole game. Like, unless he gets hurt, he's playing the whole game. Whereas some of these other scenarios, like, I don't know if Ayuk's playing the whole game. I don't think so. Hey, y'all, Happy New Year. Only 8 more months until 2024. That's fact. The 2024 drafts. Happy New Year, Caitlin. Happy New Year to everyone. Yeah, it's true. We are very, very close. Not very, very close, but once the season ends, does anyone else feel like this? Obviously, not everyone just cares about football and they care about other things in life, but does it not feel like to anyone else that like the regular season of the NFL goes by so fast, right? And then we reach the playoffs and it's still, the time is going kind of fast, right? It's like, oh, now it's Saturday. We get to watch some games. Now it's Sunday. We get to watch some games, right? And then, like, we get to the season being over, right? There's no Super Bowl. There's no playoffs to look forward to. then I feel like the days just start getting longer. Like, it feels like the time from September to January goes by in an instant, at least for me. And then the second part of the year, right? The second semester, like if you're in school from like February to 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 May takes forever. Again, maybe only I feel this way because a lot of what I do is talk about football, so it's just not as exciting in the off season. But it does really feel like the days are longer in the off season. Who do I start? Sam Laporta or Trey McBride? I would play McBride. I agree with you. I agree with that spot. Mixon, A Chain, Zamir White, running back, flex, bench. Oh, Jesus. Um, no, you got it correct. I'm playing White, A Chain, and Mixon. Half PPR flex. Should I play Wandale Chandler or Mitchell Chandler? Give us a 3-leg bet. Honestly, I have to place a bet, and I will give you guys. I'm going to place a parlay because I got a $25 free bet from ESPN Bet. So I am going to place a parlay. Obviously, 3-leg parlays aren't guaranteed to hit, but I'm just going to do a 3-leg touchdown parlay that I'm going to place at the end of the stream. So I will give that to you. I'm just putting in my DFS lineup while I talk to you guys. Anyone that's been watching the streams for a while probably know that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm typing while we're talking. I'm doing a bunch of different things while we talk, but I do answer a lot of questions. The question was last year, how good would Miami be to a healthy all season? But even with him healthy all year, Miami's basically in the same spot as last year when he missed a lot of games. Well, Kyle, what I will tell you is that the Dolphins are basically one of the teams that I would say is cursed. We did build our stadium on an Indian burial ground. And what I will tell you is if you think Tua is not the starting quarterback of the Dolphins, I get why you might be mad about Tua. But let's be honest with you. What's the other answer? If it's not Tua, is it try to find Brock Purdy 2.0, right? Is it and again, I think Tua is better than Brock Purdy. Is it what is it? Like what's the answer? Is it Kirk Cousins? We have so many injuries. The offensive line, we've had I think 15 different offensive line like every game we've had a different offensive line. Whether that's one piece or multiple pieces missing. We lost Chubb. We lost Jalen Phillips. We have lost Ramsey for the beginning half of the year. Now we don't have Xavier Howard. We don't have Waddle. We don't have Mostert. The Dolphins always get hurt. It doesn't matter what year it is, we're always hurt. It really doesn't matter. So that's just the thing, right? Like, I'm not trying to be some homer. I get why you might be mad at the Dolphins. I'm mad at the Dolphins too. I think we should have a much better record than we have right now. But this is what happens when you get hurt. Half PPR. You need one flex. Yeah, I'm flexing Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's a fax, John. Who do I start? Sam Laporta or McBride? McBride. For money, second doesn't make a cut. Most points. Ah, okay. Damn. Your guys' league second place doesn't get a cut of the money? That's crazy. Personally, I think in reality, only first and second should get paid out. But all my leagues, it's first, second, and third. So that third gets their money back. First gets the most. Second gets a decent chunk of change, and then that's it. Just waking up. What's up? What's up, Tyron? How you doing, man? Can't wait for the NFL. Haha. Even though it's still going on. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. Right? It's just the NFL draft sparks a bit of excitement for me. Right? I won't claim to be like the biggest draft guru, but then it's like the draft's in April, right? Then you got May, June, July, August, right? And then in August is where the hype really starts for a lot of people, right? Now I'm making content throughout the whole off season, so I don't feel that amount of hype in August. I do feel it because there's way more people watching, but I don't feel as though it's like that huge burst of excitement. I remember even when I didn't make content, I was still doing a lot of research and all throughout the offseason. But yeah, the NFL season starting is one of the most exciting things. And I'm excited to see how the end of this season plays out. Slayton or Robinson, I'd play Robinson. McLaurin or Curtis Samuel, McLaurin. I would play Mixon over Henry. Should I start Slayton over Ridley? No, I'd play Ridley. Fall, winter goes by in a blink. I agree. Very nice, Captain Spock. Very nice. Good morning, Green Eye Band. How we doing, my man? How we doing? Jordan Mason or Jamal Williams? I'd play Mason. Yeah, 13-1 is crazy. How did I finish in my league? The league that I won, my record was really good, but it wasn't the best. I don't think my dad 1 year in our league. It used to be a 14-team league. Now it's a 12-team league. My dad went undefeated, went to the championship, and then I beat him in the championship. My best record this year was 11-3, and then I won the championship in that league. But what I've noticed in the past years is that normally the team that is quote unquote, you would say like if there was betting odds, the team that is the favorite quote unquote to win, right? The one seed, right, never wins. Like it feels like always the team that wins is like the 4 seed, right? The 3 seed. What's up, fins up, super fish. Yes, I still like Connor more than A Chain Silver. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been so down on Connor over the last couple of weeks. I've been talking about how, like the matchups aren't lining up, like he just can't keep doing this, and he keeps doing it. Right. So at some point I have to just bend the knee and say, you know what, he's gonna do it again. The Cardinals have nothing to play for, but their whole entire team is going to play. I don't know what they're gonna do with their pick. I think they're gonna keep Kyler, but you never know. Maybe they're trying to show off Kyler today. Like again, I don't know. So I just feel as though James Conner's going to get a shit ton of touches. James Conner's probably going to have a top 10 game. Again, there's so many running backs that aren't playing this week that James Conner, who's been a top 10 guy, I think 4 straight weeks, there's a legitimate path towards running back 1. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that he's a lock to be the running back 1, but I think he could easily be. My Patriots going to be good again next year. I don't think so, Tyron. I hope not, at least as a Dolphins fan. And Spock, just so you know, your Christmas gift is coming. It's coming after Christmas. I've been really busy recently. I started my new job and stuff, and it got away from me. But you are getting your Christmas gifts, and don't worry about that, Spock. Don't you worry about that. Need upside. Help with wide receiver 2 and flex. Addison, Lockett, D-Rob, Chuba, Mitchell, Mason. Thanks for the season. No problem. Lockett and Mason. Facts. Email Spock if you want to join the fan league. And I am a hater. Tyron. I hate the Patriots. Hate them my whole life. I'll continue to hate them forever. But you have to understand that. You were a Patriots fan, so you were enjoying victories. As a Dolphins fan, I was just watching them reign over my team my whole entire life. It's hard. It's hard to be a fan of a team that legitimately just sucks ass. And not everyone understands that because not everyone follows like a sad franchise like the Dolphins. And Spock, you can I'll play in the league too with you guys. Quarterback, Gino, or Love? Love. Half PPR. Oh no, Gino. I think Edgar Love is safer, but I think Gino is more upside. Half PPR. Should I flex Wan'Dale Robinson, Ty Chandler, or Elijah Mitchell? I would flex Chandler. Yeah, I hate the Pats too. It is all love time. It's okay. Tom Brady's okay. Jalen Hurts is better. Definitely. Nick Foles is better. Elijah Mitchell or Pierre Strong? Pierre Strong. Spock put his email, John, up here. Right here. It was posted at 12:46, so you just got to scroll a little bit up. No problem, Jake. 18 was helping me a lot this year. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. There's a lot of DeAndre Hopkins needs 39 receiving yards to get $250,000. Zeke needs 100 yards to get $300,000. Again, these incentives never hit. These incentives typically everyone gets all excited about the incentives. They never hit. I'm pretty sure yesterday, if you bet against all the incentives, I don't think any of them hit yesterday. So, and sorry that my room's a bit of a mess. Me and my dad built, you see the, what's that called? Like a nightstand behind me. I got to, actually take everything out of the old nightstand and fix it. But for now, it just sits like this. I'm sure no one even noticed, honestly. I don't even think anyone actually notices if the background's a little bit fucked up, like that couch cushion is messed up. DeAndre Swift is out. Anyone that has DeAndre Swift has just been ruled out, so don't play him. Um, Week 18, super fun, guys. So it's huge for Gainwell. Clowney hit his sack one. Yeah, Clowney went crazy yesterday. So yeah, he did. One hit one. That's funny, Caitlin. Yeah, the Browns. I think the Browns are going. To be honest with you, if the Dolphins can't make it all the way, I hope the Browns do. I like the Browns a lot. Always have. All right, we're gonna place our parlay for today. I'm gonna use my $25 free bet on this parlay. All right, let's try and find something here that we like. Trying to find a game where I don't feel like people are gonna get benched. All right, I'm gonna go Lamb. Do a three-legger. Lamb. Let's go Lamb. All right. Let's use our thinking cap here. The Bills used to be our biggest rival. That is true. That is true. Oh, really, Spock? That's sad, man. Sorry about that. Sorry to hear that. Kevin McLaurin or Slayton, full PPR. McLaurin, Elijah Mitchell or Chandler. Yeah, Schultz missed by one reception. Schultz, Jerry, actually hit hit one incentive. He was one off of hitting another incentive. And Jerry, you bowl? I used to bowl in high school. I was the captain of the varsity team. Not very good at bowling, though. Let me tell you that. Um, but at least that's what I think you're holding. It's hard to tell because like your picture is small on my screen. But Browns versus Lions Super Bowl would be a dream. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Chris Jones needs one sack today. They don't have the prop up yet, though. I don't even know if he's playing. Is he playing today? They are benching a lot of guys. All right, so we got to make this parlay. CD Lamb. Who else? Who else is scoring? I know who's scoring. Fucking Zamir White is scoring a touchdown. Zamir White. A B C D. Zamir. Even money. And then we'll go. It's not gonna be Bijan. It's gonna be someone random as fuck that scores. For the Bucks, oh yeah, Mike Evans is scoring a touchdown. There we go. Mike Evans. Okay. This is a three. Oh, what the hell? This parlay does not pay out anything. So we'll do a because this is a free bet for me. So I'm gonna make it a little bit more juicy. Throw Gibbs in this bitch as well. Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs. Where's he at? Jameer Gibbs. Is he not on here? Or am I blind? Is Gibbs not playing? He is playing, so I don't know. Oh, there he is. He's even money. All right. Oh, wait, can I not use my free bet on a parlay? Or did it go away? Like, did I not use it in time? That'd be tough scene. Oh, I didn't use it in time. Oh, what the hell? I was given a bonus bet and I didn't use it in time. It expired on January 5th. I'm such an idiot. I thought it would be good for the weekend. Oh, you really hate to see it. What the heck? Never mind on the parlay then. Never mind. Well, I'll just place $5 on it. All right. James Conner. All right. Actually, let's ditch what I said initially and we'll make a different one. Let's go Mike Evans. We're going to do exactly what Kyle just said. Mike Evans, Connor, and Kenneth Walker III. I'm going to do $10 on that. Let's do that. I like that. Tampa. All right. Mike Evans, James Conner, Kenneth Walker. Lock that shit in. Bet your house on it. Take out a second mortgage. Bet that mortgage on there too. This is a joke. Anyone who taking what I say to be the gospel. All right. Kenneth Walker and James Conner. All right. This pays out +5 or +785 on um, +785. No, I'm doing it, Kyle. I like it. I like your parlay. You spoke it into existence. I like your parlay. My parlays never hit anyway, so it's okay. But I do like your I did like your parlay, so I took it. You bowl? I'm in a bowling league. Team name is Hooker Love. That's funny. Yeah, I used to bowl in high school. I'm so bad at pool, Caitlin. It's not even funny. I'm straight ass at pool. All right, I'm also gonna bet $50 on the Dolphins to win. I know don't anyone actually bet this because I don't even believe the Dolphins will win. But I gotta get the Dolphins in plus 3.5. I bet $50 on the Dolphins every week. No, don't bet your house. I mean, oh, okay, okay. No, I never actually bet my house. It's more of a joke. But yeah, I do like that parlay. Evans, Connor, Kenneth Walker. It feels like it could hit. Feels like it could hit. All right, guys, we got 4 minutes left. So if anyone has any other questions, this has been a very calm stream. Obviously, there's not like 100 plus people in here like normal, which is fine. Not everyone plays week 18. So we'll just hang out here. If anyone has any last questions, let me know. My nose is like clogged. I don't know what is happening here. I'm excited to watch some of these games. Just week 18 is always a bit underwhelming because there's a couple games that really matter. There's a lot of games that don't matter. I have a hunch that Vic Fangio's D kicks the Bills' teeth in. I hope so. I hope so, man. Yeah, that's true, Tyron. That's true. I hope so. Vic Fangio's defense did not work against them last time. We had Cater Kohu shadowing Diggs, and that didn't work. You want to know why that doesn't work? Because Cater Kohu is small. Diggs is kind of big. Kohu's a good corner, but he's a slot corner, right? He shouldn't be on Diggs. Now, X is out. So let's see. Jalen Ramsey versus Diggs. I think the loss of Bradley Chubb is huge for the Dolphins. It's gonna suck. He should not have been out there at the end of the game, but he was. Diggs or Mixon? I'd play Mixon. Diggs normally goes crazy against the Dolphins, but I don't really trust Diggs, if I'm being honest. 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Shout out to Brazy and Ali for the super chats today as well. Yeah, very disappointing this season. I agree, AC. Thank you, Nick and Spock, for all your help. I won my championship last week, so I'm just hanging out. Thank you, Tyron. I appreciate it. Hope everyone has some success, even if your league is. Do you like Bijan or Zamir? I'd play Bijan, but I like both of them a lot. I think Zamir's a little safer, Brixico, if you want to be a little safer. Where do you guys live at? Obviously, not exactly where you live. I don't need to know what town you live in, but here in North Jersey, it is snowing like crazy. So that's great. Hasn't snowed all year. Snows at the end of January. Have a great off season, all exactly. Yeah, Ridley and Higgins did not do the best last week. All right, all right, all right. Gotcha, gotcha. San Diego. So it ain't snowing by you guys. It ain't snowing where any of you guys live. Meanwhile, there's crazy snow out here. It ain't snowing at all by you guys. Yeah, yeah. So you guys are all snow free. You guys don't have to deal with this. The snow wasn't that crazy here. I mean, New Jersey weather. Let me see. I think it's supposed to snow again where I live. Weather.com. So I wonder if it's gonna. My old girlfriend was from Fresno, Tyron. That's funny. Isn't Fresno big? At least from the top of my head. says on here. Oh yeah, it's supposed to not snow anymore, so that's good. I hate the snow. Let's see. All right, it's 1 o'clock. So it's lock, but I want to see if the weather's crazy in any game today. I don't think so. I think it's only gonna snow in the Jets Patriots game. Yeah, the weather's not bad today. That's what I thought. Thanks, brother. Stay safe. Thank you. Thank you. That's funny, Tyron. That's funny. Oh man. Oh, so everyone here lives in fucking weather where it's very nice out. Meanwhile, here it's just terrible. Who wins the NFC East? Fresno's huge. I hope the Dolphins win it. Time to watch my Browns. Love you all. Thank you for a great season. I'll be keeping my eyes open for the all-season live streams. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one. Good luck, everybody. When will you start doing videos on fantasy drafts again? I'm not sure, Kyle, off the top of my head. Not sure. There's a chance next week there's a video of me talking about like a mock draft, like what I would do in the first round. But again, that's not a guarantee. There will be videos about the NFL playoffs. There'll be videos about betting. That's all we got right now. That's all I got as of right now. I don't know the exact schedule, but there will be videos. Let me tell you. Thank you, Brixicar. Appreciate it. Victor, thank you. Salute. Let me tell you, come August, it's hell on earth here. I figured so, Tyron. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for watching all year long, whether you started watching this week, 10 weeks ago, you started watching fucking 4 or 5 years ago. I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, that's crazy, Tyron. 114-degree weather. So thank you guys. I'm going to head out. See you guys later. See you, Scott. See all you guys. Love you guys. We lose our mind in Dallas when it snows. Schools closed, power goes out. It's a tough scene. Yeah, it snows like 2 inches, and you guys are fucking crashing into buildings. In the NO, baby. All right, see you guys later. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of the NFL season, and we'll be back soon with some videos. Love you guys. Adios, mis amigos and amigas. Adios. Good boy. Oh wait, let's turn on some music for the end. Some nice music. Head out here. Good night, guys. Good night. Goodbye. Let's anyone that's actually playing today, eat a W. Love you guys. Good boy. Boop.